your Alaska Link weather for Fairbanks and the interior.
We are counting down to the end of February as we are just about a week out, and February is the last winter month, but we know that our winter conditions do carry over for a few more months before we can really get into that spring and summer swing. But looking at the winter elements of snowfall we've had so far this month and this season, we do note that our month to date is just shy of 6 inches, which is greater than many of the locations, especially talking about the Anchorage and Juneau area. Juneau getting more active, but Anchorage still pretty quiet. So we're greater than the number they have, but we do know that this is still a slight deficit. However, the season did start off quickly, so we still have a bit of a surplus for the season by just over 6 inches. And as we head into the coming months, note that the amount of snowfall that we typically get does drop off, as what we see is that these are the months that we really start to strengthen our sun angle and the warm temperatures, which limits how much snowfall we see, especially with changing precipitation types. But we'll keep an eye on the months that are coming up here into spring, but we will note when it comes down to adding any more snowfall to our February total, it is looking pretty minimal. We have a few flakes that are possible Sunday, Monday, but outside of that, it's looking very limited for any chances to really add any big numbers on the board. We'll overall note that our forecast is about passing cloud cover, highs in the 20s, and hitting the 20s is above normal, and we are noting that above normal is possible for the foreseeable future. Even our outlook that goes out 14 days, so through the first full week of March, we note that these above normal conditions are spreading from the south central all the way through the north slope. So the entire state is going to be talking more of these warm conditions that will have some waves of wet weather, but it's not looking like, again, it's going to bring any big numbers to our board in the at least near future. Now for our Saturday, we're looking at a single digit start to the day above zero to a high of 19. So not far off from those averages, but still leaning warmer than normal. We'll note that the day comes with more of that passing cloud cover, very light winds for a Saturday. No concerns really for any impacts, as much of the state is very quiet for our Saturday. We'll note that our Saturday daylight hours sit at 9 hours and 23 minutes. We are now just about a month out from that spring equinox, which will hit that 12-hour marker and continue to gain that daylight. And that's where we see again that transition to really bring us into those spring-like conditions, which we are getting to those spring-like feels even with this above average temperature trend that is taking us into March. Now to the interior though, here is looking at those high temperatures extending into the teens. We even have 29 into Healy, 27 into Denali National Park, 18 into McGrath, to 3 into Circle. Our Sunday into Monday, we'll talk about an isolated snow chance there, teens to low 20s. And then next week, it's all about some passing cloud cover, highs into the low to mid 20s. May try to squeeze out a flake by the end of the week, but overall looking at very minor chances.